They run with a big man in his... And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down carry for Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
But sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Tannehill. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They snap it to Tannehill. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Shaquille Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In motion is Austin Hooper. From the 39, Tannehill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
13, black.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Past the 20.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Titans. Sets up 1st down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
Henry again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Colts 3.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go. 12.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up.
Here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
11.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
11.
Back at the 15-yard line.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Twenty-one. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, gun.
They'll throw now on the final play. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go. One, Omaha. 21. Here we go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. On the move to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it will be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Play fake. Mayfield. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have to let down in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tannehill now to throw. This is caught. It's Woods.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go, here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
Got a man. It's Jeudy complete.
Touchdown, Titans.
Jerry Jeudy,
34 yards.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Colts. and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. McCaffrey on the counter.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Mayfield. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. He's got room at the 30.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go.
2nd and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Baker.
He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here we go. 21.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here we go.
One final try now for Garoppolo.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Titans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.